Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I will be reviewing Neca's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Disguise, the cartoon version. Can't say enough about Neca in terms of sculpt and the quality of their action figures. They are just phenomenal. They look fantastic. They always come through with articulation. And in terms of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I don't think there's a better producer of action figures. That's better than SH Figuarts. That's better than Playmates. Whoever else has made the Turtles figures. But in recent history, the Turtles figures have just been phenomenal, especially in regards to Neca. They just look great, they move great, they're painted fantastic, and the amount of accessories. So anyhow, I had missed out on the animated Turtles. I already have the movie Turtles, which was essential for my collection, and then I also have the very original Neca Mirage version Ninja Turtles. But I just kept seeing the cartoon Turtles, and they looked great, but they were very expensive, and the scalpers just kept taking them, and they were just so expensive on the secondary market. So I got lucky. I got these at Target. They are $100 plus tax if you're lucky. I've seen them up to about $400 on eBay for this 4-pack. So if you are lucky enough to find one of these, God bless you. But so I have these turtles today, and I just had to get them because they just look great. And I must say too that these turtles are the best articulated turtles that I've ever seen. So today there are many reviews about these turtles online right now. I want to go over specific things that I didn't see in other people's reviews that I think is really important. So I'm just going to give a quick overview. Here is the box. Very nice, just your typical animated image, not bad. It kind of reminds me of the coloring books that you got as a kid. There's the awesome cartoon logo. There it is from the side. I'm sorry, this is a really big box. So here's Neca on the bottom. I just knocked over all my turtles, and I took all that time to set them up. And here's the back of the box. So you get them just like that. By the way, guys, if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll just keep making videos. If not, I won't. But anyhow, so that is the box. Just going to set that up there. And let's get a look at these. So I want to start off by saying, so here's Leonardo. He's going to be my naked turtle. And like I said, this is the third iteration of the cartoon turtles, and I think the best feature about these turtles, besides the accessories and the undercover clothes, is the head sculpts. Now, the coolest thing about the head sculpts is, so you get 2 sets of head sculpts for each turtle, but every head sculpt is interchangeable. So that being said, for example, so for every turtle, you get happy eyes. And by the way, it's articulated. The bandana is articulated on the back like so, full rotation, amazing. But for every turtle, you get happy eyes. And I just peeled off Leo's mask there a little bit, so you want to be careful. So for every turtle, you get a set of happy eyes, and then and you also get a set of serious eyes. Now, they give you limited facial expressions because you only get 2 sets of each, but every head sculpt is interchangeable. So this is Raph's happy eyes, but he has like this open mouth look, for example. But the open mouth look can go on to So we'll take Raph's happy eyes, as you can see, and we'll put them on a smile. But that's not Raphael. Raphael is very serious, and he's always grumpy and curmudgeonly. So what else can we do? So I've already taken my ideal Raphael head sculpt and put him on sort of like he has a neutral face, but his eyes are angry looking. Now, what else you could do with Raphael, and you could do this with any of the other turtles. However, you are limited because there are only 4 head sculpts, or there's 8 total head sculpts, and that's what you have to work with to swap. So here's the angry eyes. So this is how my Raphael came in the box. He came with like an angry open mouth, like he's yelling. So that's how he came in the package, but I don't want him yelling. I want him stoic and ready to fight. So I put on the stoic face. So, but for every turtle, you get happy eyes. So I'm gonna put this back on like so that gives him a confused look. There's Leo's happy eyes, and as I said, every turtle's bandana is articulated, which is awesome. I heard the other NECA cartoon turtles did not have that. So there you go. And then there's Donatello. And see, even here, like here's a Michelangelo face. And he's kind of like smiling with his mouth open, but he has the serious eyes. Mikey is the only really truly jovial Ninja Turtle. So to me, the way I'm posing my Michelangelo is I'm just going to give him a completely happy face. Because I was going between, like, I want my turtles to all be serious in like a fighting pose. But like that's just not Mikey to me. Like Mikey kind of looks maniacal there. So here's my Michelangelo. This is the ideal Michelangelo. So there's this additional cap that says weird. It's a baseball cap, very 90s looking. But yeah, I mean, that to me, that is Michelangelo. Just super happy, happy-go-lucky, ready to party. Comes with a boombox. I'm going to keep him in his pants. Like, look at the beauty of that shell. And, you know, you can just put his hat on like so. And Mikey's also going to get the skateboard. And Mikey can stand on the skateboard, and he comes with his nunchucks. So that's Michelangelo. So let's go to Leonardo. So this is if you missed out on the original cartoon turtles, you have to pick these up. And I did. So my only complaint about these figures, which, like, this is just being super nitpicky, I wish they would have given one more additional head sculpt where they have the traditional teeth showing, like the original figures came, so the default head sculpt, and then it would have been perfect. Also, I would have preferred to have the additional weapons, like the grappling hook, instead of like, look, they give you they give you 3 pizzas, they give you 2 whole pizzas, and then they give you a pizza slice. It's like, I get it, turtles like pizza. Give me their weapons instead. Don't give me useless things like the pizza. Also, they give you like the funny Ninja Turtle bird, and he's wearing a mask. It's a pigeon with a turtle mask. That's funny, but like, I don't really need that. Also, they give you 4 of the masked head sculpts. So that's what it looks like on the bottom. So I could have totally done with maybe like 2 of these and the rest like the original turtle heads. So just so we can get a look, Raph's head can pop off like so. And then we can pop that baby on. And then you get 4 hats as well, and you get 4 of these heads. Could have done without 4 of those, maybe 1 or 2 plus the original Turtles head sculpts. But beggars can't be choosers, or I guess they can because I'm paying and so are you. But so anyhow, that's the only thing, in my opinion, that would have made these figures just like perfect, knock it out of the park. But anyhow, let's go over weapons and articulation. I gotta say, man, this is the best articulation I've seen on Turtles figures, except for maybe SH Figure Arts, which is a little bit over articulated. Another note of caution is Leo's swords and Raphael's size are a very hard plastic. So if you're posing this Leonardo and he falls over and he falls on the sword on a hard surface, that's going to snap. So you want to be very careful with these. But here's his katanas. I mean, it just takes me back, you know, to the arcade as a kid. For example, I'm from Pittsburgh, so the amusement park we had by us was called Kennywood. And Kennywood, as soon as you walked into the entrance, had an arcade. And when I was a kid, I would just go straight to the Ninja Turtles game or the X-Men game. And this is exactly what they looked like in that game. So, let's go over the articulation. So, head sculpt, amazing. It's on a peg. Sorry, as you can see. All the heads pop off. Obviously, there's also a joint in the neck there. I'm going to put his head back on so you can see. So, here is his torso, and this is a very soft plastic, which is great for articulation. His shell is hard, but it's also soft, but it's beautifully painted. That reminds me also of the Ninja Turtles Halloween costume I wore as a kid. The shell looked just like this. And there's the belt with like the L on it. Just nice, subtle, cartoony looking detail. Just beautiful, beautiful figure. So I had trouble getting the swords both in. So the bottom one goes in very well on mine. So I can get the sword in like so, but even so, you just want to be so careful because if you push too hard, you're just gonna snap that. And let's see if I can get the second one in. Yeah, so that's really tight, and that's about as far as I can get the second sword in without pushing it. So you want to be very careful. Like, I'm just trying... Oh, man. See, now I'm scared because I forced that in there. And, okay, so I got the one sword out. But, like, this is such a hard plastic. As I said, it could snap. So you want to be very careful. So we have full rotation in the arm. Shoulders go up about that high. Another word of warning, too, is when you get your figures with the trench coat on, you can't see which way the joints are positioned. So do not try and bend the arms until you know exactly where that joint is, or you'll snap the arm, which I almost did with Donatello. So you need to be very careful. So shoulders go up that high. We have the bicep swivel, the full rotation. These joints are super tight in the elbows. So we almost get a 90-degree there. Very tight in the shoulders as well. Also in the wrist. So they give us the... so for Leo, not all the turtles have this kind of articulation in the wrist. But you get so many different hands. But so that's very tight on my Leo. So I'm not going to try and bend that right now because I could snap it. But you really might want to heat this up with a hairdryer or stick it in some scalding hot water in the sink. And that'll loosen it up for you. But as you can see, there's that standard weapons fighting articulation, which I really like. So it's the hinge up and down instead of this way and that way. I think the best joints for wrists, honestly, are ball joints, in my opinion. If you have a really good ball joint on there, and they have weapons, that way you get a full range of motion instead of doing these specific hinge directions. But anyhow, another thing that I really have to point out about the awesomeness of this articulation is the ab crunch. So I don't know if you guys can see in there, but look at that. Look at that range of motion. So we have the full rotation in the hips, and then we have almost a complete crunch, which is just amazing. And you can see up in the shell there. If you guys can see that on camera. Sorry, my big fat digits are in the way. But just wonderful articulation. Onto the legs, so we can do a full Ninja Turtle straddle, because ninjas need to be able to have great flexibility. We have double jointed knees, which is great range of motion, so you could really get some dynamic posing. There's a hinge in the ankle, and then there's a pivot as well. So phenomenal articulation. Look at that. Look at that hero pose I can get with Leo. And I gotta say, Leo is my favorite turtle. Always has been, because of the color blue and because he is the leader. Some people were Raphael fans, some people were Mikey fans, some people were Donnie fans, but I've always been a Leo fan. Just love Leonardo. So, in comparison, quickly, because I don't want to go on too long. So here is Leo with Neca, which is pretty cool, I must say. And you can get these to stand. I just am posing them around, so there we go. So there he is with Neca, and here he is with the movie. Just like, look at that. Look at the three of them together. Isn't that something? Just 3 generations. We have the original, we have the cartoon, and then we have the movie. These are the prime turtles for me. This is, if you're a collector and you want the turtles, you gotta have the cartoon, you gotta have the movie, which are stunning, and then the Mirage if you want to take it a step further and just be ultra traditional. So, there is the articulation. Let's get a quick look at what they look like in different ways. So here's Raph and his size. So here is the outfit. So it kind of looks like he has poopy pants. But you can slide the pants up over the shell, over his turtle butt, and you can pull them up more. And people put the pants up over the hips there. You can actually get them up there if you want. But there's Raph's size. They are very hard plastic, so you want to be very careful. You get 4 of these hats, like so. And they fit on, the turtles' heads nicely. They can just sit on there. You can kind of push it down. Kind of got a Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal element. And, the clothes are not that great of quality compared to what Neca and Mayfax have done and things like that. It's sort of just like a real cheap cloth, but it gets the job done. And then it looks like they're wearing scrubs from a hospital. They look like hospital scrubs. But you could actually use these for other figures if you wanted. Let's get a look at Donnie here. So I got Donnie smiling, but he's kind of got the scowling eyes, and he comes in, there's a book in there, and it's The Hare and the Tortoise, it says, if you can see that. Hare and the Tortoise. His nicely painted bow staff. He can also put the bow staff in the back like so, if you can see that, which is great. And you just have all these options, all these wonderful options with each turtle. And I already showed you Mikey, but I'll show you him again. Love the chain nunchucks. That's just awesome. And the giant boombox from the 80s and the 90s represent, if you were born in that era and you grew up in that era, which I did, you can store his extra pair of nunchucks like in his belt there. There's tons of room. And there's the back of the shell. And let's get a look at the skateboard real quick. There's the board, nice little turtle logo. The wheels are movable, but it's not a very dynamic skateboard. It doesn't roll very well. The wheels don't work, but that's okay. I'm gonna just display mine happily. And one more time, here's the extra set of heads. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have many options with how you want to switch and make their faces, which is awesome. You get 4 of these heads. You get 4 of these hats. So, and like I said, 2 pizzas. Would have rather had more head sculpts than pizzas. Just saying. We got a slice. We got the turtle pigeon. I take it back. That is really funny. But I still would have rather had an extra set of heads. And what else? And we got hands galore. So you get all those different sets of hands. I'm happy with the hands that came on the figures. But some people like to pose with different hand positions. I even tried to do the thing where, so there's a set of hands here where Raph can hold the size between his fingers right here. And the fingers are spread apart. I'm not going to take them out. But I tried to put the size in there, and they almost snapped because the plastic is so hard. So I just ended up going with the hands that came on the figure. Just like the typical holding hands. So anyhow, that, friends, is Turtles in Disguise. If you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll keep making these videos. If you can get these, if you missed out on the cartoon Turtles, get them while you can. If you get lucky, these are Target exclusives. So yes, God bless you all. Good luck hunting. You can get them on eBay, Mercari, wherever else you can find them online. Peace, everybody, and God bless you all.